Hi everyone, David McDonald from Vitality Fitness Calgary. We're going to go over TRX Seesaws. Very, very good exercise for core stability and for dynamic core stability. So it transfers over well to every other exercise, things like push-ups, rows, deadlifts, lunges, squats, etc. So again, very advanced exercise. The big thing you want to make sure you've done is you've worked your way up to doing a TRX Seesaw. So you've gotten great at planks. You've been able to progress to stability ball planks, stability ball stir the pot, you've been able to progress to stability ball leg raises, you're able to do side planks, off your elbow, on your toes. So these are kind of the markers that you want to be achieving before you even attempt to do a seesaw on here. For some of you, you may be ready to start trying work on the TRX. You might have done all of that strength work and now maybe you're ready to attempt that TRX. What I would recommend doing before you start getting into seesaws is to actually do some plank work on the TRX. That's a great go-between to starting to do seesaws on the TRX. It's a good little progression. So, number one, when we're in that TRX, we always want to make sure everything's engaged. So we got the transverse abdominal muscle engaged, internal obliques, we got the lower abs engaged. We have, when we're in that plank position, we're squeezing, getting the lats engaged, squeezing the glutes. So we're creating as much tension as we can. So that's number one. We also want to make sure that the shoulder and the elbow line up. So a lot of people, when they're on a seesaw, they have their shoulder come too far over their elbow. Okay, that's going to put a lot of stress through that shoulder joint, and it's going to start to recruit those front delts, which is what we don't want. We don't want all of the work coming from here. Okay, so that's the second thing you want to remember. When we're also in the seesaw, we only want to go within the range of motion that's appropriate for our fitness level. So very common error people will make on a seesaw is they'll start to go back too far and they'll start to arch and dip into their lower back. Okay, so what that's indicating is that you're compensating. So you've gone too far, you've gone beyond what your strength levels are capable of doing, and you're starting to compensate with other muscles through the lower back. So we always want to maintain that flat back, keep that spine neutral, keep that pelvis tucked. So if that means you're literally moving 3 or 4 inches, then that's all you're going to move. If that means you're moving 1 or 2 inches, then that's all we're going to do for now. Okay, so you always want to work within that range of motion that's appropriate for your fitness level. So we're going to get set up in a seesaw. First, we want to get our feet inside the TRX. Okay, we want to make sure that TRX strap is even. Now, once we get into that plank, we want to make sure that the elbow and the shoulder are aligned, so we have a straight line. Okay, so once we're in that plank, you got to get that shoulder and elbow lined up. So we don't want to be too far over like that. We want to maintain that plank position. Flexing the abs, flexing the glutes, flexing the toes, squeezing everything as hard as we can. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to ride back as far as we can go, and then we're going to go ahead. Okay, we're going to go back as far as we can go, and then we're going to come ahead. Back, and then we're going to come ahead. Okay, so where I was taking my range of motion, that was pretty much my max. I could really feel myself, getting to my edge there. If I went back any further, I'd probably start to go into that lower back. So you want to be mindful of that. So wherever your range of motion is, that's what you want to work within. And then as you get stronger, you can increase that range of motion. The other thing you can do, if the seesaw is too much, is you can start just by planking. So just holding that plank position in the TRX and not moving. That's very effective, very challenging, another great way to build some core strength. So that's a TRX Seesaw. Again, you want to make sure you're working up to that exercise. Okay, you've built a good base of strength before you attempt it, and you're keeping all of those cues in mind. So that head is neutral, abs are braced, lats are braced, glutes are tight, and your shoulder and your elbow line up. I'm David McDonald from Vitality Fitness Calgary. Thank you for watching.